behind me is Hank Parker Sr.'s boat, and I've got the honor to be able to interview him and ask him 5 questions.
Well, one lesson God taught you through fishing that changed the way you live.
Yes, sir.
You know, I've learned so much from God in life itself, and fishing's been such a big part of my life. I think the one thing that I've learned is don't get too high when everything's going good, and don't get too low when it's going bad. Just kind of stay even keel, and you're going to have good days and bad days.
Okay.
And so don't get over the top when you have a good one. When I fish tournaments, you know, you'd win a tournament, you get so excited, the next tournament you wouldn't do well. So you just kind of got to keep it ebb and flow. Don't get too excited when it's good, and don't get too down when it's bad.
All right. Yeah, if you want me to, I can just
All
read
right,
it to
yeah,
you
it might be
since my
better.
handwriting's so bad. So,
That's all right.
you've met a lot of legendary outdoorsmen who impressed you the most when the cameras weren't rolling.
Well, there's so many great guys out there, and I made so many friends over the years that you know, Bill Dance has been very instrumental. No puppy dog, he's gonna shake your chair. But Bill Dance has been so instrumental. Jimmy Houston's played a big part in my life, and there's a lot of guys. He's gonna rock your chair.
Come
We
here,
got
Roscoe. Come here.
we got to deal with the dog. But I got a lot of friends, and I always admired Larry Nixon for his fishing ability. He taught me a lot. So we got a lot of guys to draw from, but I guess the one guy that I really roomed with the most and just kind of hung out with Jimmy Houston.
Okay. All right. Um, you've influenced a lot of fishermen over the years. Who influenced you the most?
We go right back to where I was. Dance had a big influence on my television career. Larry Nixon had a big influence on how I fished and the way he approached a lake. Roland Martin had a lot of influence on me on how he approached a lake and how dominant he was in his heydays. You know, he was sold out, last one off the lake, practice harder. So I tried to be more like Roland.
Okay. If you could give one piece of advice to a young outdoorsman who's just getting started, what would it be?
You know, the hardest thing is getting started. Uh, don't set all these goals that I'm going to do this or I'm going to do that. Let get involved, be dedicated, and just walk through the doors when they're open. Sometimes when you're trying to set all these goals, it gets discouraging because you're not getting there. For me, you know, a lot of guys ask me, he said, well, how did you have the vision to know this sport was going to get to the level it is today? I didn't have that vision. I had a dream. I loved to fish, and I just walked through the doors as God opened them.
Okay, I respect that. And then my final question for you is: if today was your last interview, what's something you would want people to know that no one has ever asked you?
I've been asked
Lord
just about,
willing, this isn't your
yeah,
last interview.
I've been asked just about every question in the world, but the one thing you go through life, you set all these goals in your life that you would like to have, you'd like to achieve, you'd like to be successful financially, you'd like to have a great television show. When you get right down to the end, where I am in my life today, you realize everything in life is rust and dust except for what you do with Jesus. Everything in this world will soon be past. Only that done for Jesus will eternally last. So as I go through my life, I realize the most important thing in the world is your personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Everything else is just rust and dust.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
It's been an honor.
Yes, sir.